Apologies for this behind the scenes if I sound really nasally, really horrible, and you can hear fans going off in the background. I am not well at the time of recording this, actually. Blood of the Teletubbies, actually, thankfully, was finished recording a day before I really got, full of cold and really ill and everything. But the idea initially started, like most of my ideas for things, when I was walking my dog. That's normally where most of my ideas come from. And the reason is I was thinking, rather than do a Christmas special, why not use it to do something a little bit more, absurd, and it's forgiven because, hey, it's Christmas time, and I thought, why not Teletubbies? Why not them? And the idea for the actual script kept changing. There was two different ideas for where things were going to go, and the final one was sort of an amalgamation of the two. So, in the initial script, it was going to be actually similar to a Futurama episode where it was going to be revealed that Teletubbies were real and they drain the blood of humans, and they, kill people and drain their blood, which did end up going into the final scripts, but in a different way. And then a different idea is that Teletubbies aren't real. It's revealed that they're not real, and this Teletubby land is just a ruse to drain blood of humans. Yeah, and obviously the final script, as you heard, is an amalgamation of the two of them, basically, because I wanted there to be, fake and real Teletubbies in there. But also I didn't want, because the thing is, I was realising when recording the Teletubbies is that it was really hard to differentiate between them. I mean, that was, a lot the same on television if you listen to them. So it'd be a bit hard on audio to distinguish them. And so I thought, well, what my main Teletubby has to have, some sort of defect with him where he's got a speech modulator. And in this case, it's Tinky Winky. And for Tinky Winky's voice, this was actually a mistake. It was pure serendipity. But it actually ended up, when I was recording it and then editing it, I realised it sounded a lot like a deeper version of the Mondasian Cybermen voice. Which isn't too surprising because the settings I discovered that I used, because I was just testing out to see, which setting would work. It was actually pretty similar because the way that voice was done is initially it was, recording a bit like this and up and down a bit. And then it was pitch shifted to be a lot lower pitch. And then also it was sped up as well, since otherwise, really short and really slow. So it was sped up a bit to make it more easily audible to where people, so, it was easier to understand. I decided this time around to make it a two-parter, but no more than 2 parts. Simply because the last time I did a Christmas Six Egg Adventures special, the Zombie Christmas, I kind of felt like with that one, I was trying to I was thinking, what can I do in just a 10-minute format? And, it's just a nice, it's just a little thing with that. Whereas this one, I gave myself a little bit more breathing room. I made it a 2-part. I decided I'll make it a 2-part, but no more than a 2-parter. And the reason is it's going to be a Christmas special, so, I don't want it to be too long. Plus, it takes quite a bit of time to record and edit as well. The editing takes quite a while. So, I didn't want it to be too long, so I'd be able to get it out, in time for Christmas. And in fact, the behind the scenes, I'm actually recording on Christmas Eve for it. But the main thing with it was, get out. Which is why, listening back to it, I realise part 1 is mostly exposition. There is a lot of exposition in part 1, and I do realise that, but something, that couldn't be helped otherwise. This probably could have easily been, a 3 or 4 part story. I could have easily stretched out on that, but I wanted it, to be a lot quicker, a lot snappier Christmas, in out and gone, kind of thing. So it was just all of that, and which is also why I placed the Gadoon in there. So in a Six Sack Adventures story, off screen, he agrees, to do a favour for the Gadoon, which is how we end up in this story, essentially, and they come up and clean everything out at the end. Yeah, I don't really have an awful lot more to actually say about this one. I see that's where I could end up recording this for ages, but it was just one of those things where I wanted to also have a little bit of a morality thing at the end. Just a small bit of it, where I'll ask questions like, you're just going to go and leave this, like, you may have stopped the threat, but, you're not here for the, like, recovery period. I just wanted a little bit of that, just a little bit, and then just go off. I don't like making things really overly Christmassy or anything like that. And initially I was thinking of doing a really, really dark and morbid story for Christmas. But in the end I decided not to go for that one. I decided to go for, a bit more of an absurd one in the end, and hopefully people enjoy it. I do know it was a lot of fun recording it, and yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed it.